My name is Antara Bhattacharjee. I am a PhD scholar of National Institute of Technology, Rautla. I have joined there in 2015, and my research topic is study of damping of composite beam using various technologies. Like I have used two techniques. One is recorded prepared a composite beam, excited it with an vibration exciter and an impact hammer, and then recorded the signals and used wavelet analysis to get remove the noise and compute the damping parameters of the beams. Further, I have developed a micromechanical model which will predict the damping parameters of the composite based on its inherent properties, means on the viscoelastic parameters of the constituents and my geometric parameters of the constituents and so forth. So the few of my work has been published in reputed SCI journals, and few are in communication stage. So this is about my topic, and after 5 years, means my entire research work is over, but I am unable to submit my thesis because of this pandemic. The institute is closed, and there are some issues with between my two of my supervisors. So that's also a lag. Then from the institute, I got placed in a university in Pune, and I have joined last week only as an assistant professor there. From 1 week, I am working there, and I am looking. Sir, you're not audible.
Where you have joined?
It is GH Raisoni College of Engineering and Management, Pune.
Okay.
I have joined last week only, and basically after PhD, I am looking for, means, in my MTech, and I have completed my MTech also from NIT Rourkela, and in my PhD career, I saw few constraints, like due to lack of funds and all from the institute, I was not able to get proper experimental exposure. Means I always wanted to conduct a, means, more experimental techniques. Basically, in if you see my research published papers, you will see those are like more of the computational work, means coding and all. But apart from it, I wanted to like manufacture composites with better advanced technologies, get access to better like I have worked in glass surface because that was only accessible for us with more advanced materials like carbon fiber or graphene. So I want to do further research in developing composites and all. So that's why I was looking for postdoc opportunity in various universities. I have shortlisted few applications based on my research experiences, and I was trying to apply those. But either I am not able to write a proper cover letter for myself, or even if I am writing and submitting it, I am getting rejected. So what to
Okay,
do about it?
so that is your main concern, I
Yeah.
believe, right? Okay. But what is your plans are? You want your you have a job right now, correct?
Yeah, means basically it would take around more 7 to 8 months for me to complete get a PhD degree. So around till that time I am planning to apply, continue applying there, and if any professor is willing to take me as a postdoctoral student, and without means getting the degree, means basically my thesis is ready. I have just have to submit the thesis, and whatever time it takes after from synopsis to defense, that is also not again in my hands. So if a professor is willing to accept me in this condition, I will be able to join anytime.
No, no. My question is not that. My question is, um, what is your plan after postdoc? What's your plans are? Do you
I
know?
want to work in research institutes or in companies like who have innovation centers, R&D centers, in the working there.
Okay. So let me go straight to your
Yeah.
questions. Okay, what you are asking. So I think I speak about that in a couple of my other videos also, but I will say it again. Uh, Postdoc positions most of the time. are reference based. Okay, most of the times. So that means is, if you are interested in a postdoc position, you need to ask your supervisor or someone who knows someone. Because, just for example, when you apply for a university position as a faculty, right, there is a process, right? You have
Yeah.
a committee, they select, then you get interview and all that. Postdoc is very informal. So professor can decide whether they want to select you or not, right there, right there. So most of the time, if your professor knows someone, that is the best way to apply for a postdoc position. If you're gonna apply on your own, the chances for you to get selected is very, very low.
Okay.
As I said, the because they are most of the time it's reference based. Like when I did my postdoc, I knew someone, that person referred me. Like my friends did postdoc, they referred someone. That's what my
Yeah.
experience has been with postdocs.
Yeah, means I was also thinking because in later either my seniors have got, they are either working as in private university somewhere in India, or they have got a job in NIT somewhere. Means people are, so PhD students going for postdocs is very less number of students, and that too they are mostly going in South Korea or Taiwan. These two countries we are getting easily. And my students, my seniors have gone, but I want to go in Germany or UK where research facilities are better.
Yeah, yeah. No,
US,
no,
as
no, no.
of now, I'm not thinking.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. I'm not saying that you can't go. I'm not saying that. All I'm trying to tell you is, if you decide to go for a postdoc position, if you're gonna apply on your own, okay, my experience has been the chances for you to get into a postdoc program is very low. You should have a reference. So let's say if you're gonna write a letter to a professor, okay, I'm interested and all that, versus your professor knows a person and he says the chances are very high. That's
Yes,
number one. That's number one. So remember that. I don't think your the work you have done has anything to do with it. The second thing I will tell you, I think you need to change your CV also.
yeah,
Your CV. So the best way to know what how to write a good academic CV is just go to a university website, in any university, whether you can try that in India or outside, or US, any university. See what is the CV of an assistant professor looks like, and I will send you some example CV. Okay,
okay,
follow that format. It's very important.
yeah,
Your CV is not in the right format. Okay, so that's number two. Okay, number three is very important. When you are looking for a postdoc position, okay, any professor that's gonna hire you is, so I say it's 70/30. So that means you should be able to help the professor in his or her research work 70% and can learn 30%. So let's say if you applying to a university where there is a project on experimental stuff, but
yeah,
your most of the work you have done is computational, right?
yes,
So it will be a difficult for a professor to hire you. So make sure you apply. When you apply at a right, to a right professor.
yeah,
Okay, so that's number three. And as I said to you is, and the fourth, which is very important right now, is, and I don't think you are the only one who is having this problem. A lot of students that I have spoken with are saying the same thing, that they are not able to get any response. And the thing is very simple. It's just because of the COVID. A lot of professors are not able to respond because they know that Because postdoc position, another thing I want to tell you here, postdoc position most of the time are the turnaround is very quick. That means if a professor gets a proposal, he or she wants to hire a postdoc very quickly. Okay, so let's say if you tell a professor, I cannot join in 6 months, that will not be helpful.
That is okay.
You should be able to go r- right then and there, because they can't wait. They need someone to work on a proposal, right? Because the proposal has a deadline and a due date.
Yeah,
So most of the time, let's say what happens, how a professor hires a student. They get a proposal, they say, okay, your proposal is going to start in October and is going to end in 2 year, and within that 2 year this will be a midterm review, this will be a quarterly review. So they need someone to work them right there. They can't say, oh, no, 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 okay, you can wait for 6 months. It's difficult. So let's say if you are applying and you say, I can't join because I don't, or yeah, another thing I want to tell you, if you go for a postdoc program, okay, a university where you're gonna go, they will need your provisional degree or a proof of a PhD completion.
okay. Then
So
cannot
if you are
apply.
not able to, yeah, so if you are not able to provide that, they cannot hire you. So that means if you're gonna send an email and you cannot submit the proof, let's say even the professor accept you, okay? They say, okay, I like your work, you can come. But the university says, okay, show us your proof. And you said, I cannot give you in 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. You cannot, they cannot hire you. So remember that. So what I'm
Yeah,
saying is, don't make a mistake in just sending an email. Make sure you have either a provisional certificate or some sort of a letter from
yeah,
your university saying that you have completed your requirement, everything is done. That's number one. Number two, make sure your CV is in the right format. It's not in the right format right now.
yeah,
Number three, as I said, you should be able to join a postdoc right then and there. You can't wait for 6 months. Okay. And number four, which is most important, is you can keep sending emails, but make sure your professor does work for you, because most of the postdoc positions are referral based. And my fifth thing, which is very important, considering what is the situation going on with the COVID and everything, it may be possible that you may not be able to go and join a postdoc in next 1 year or 2 year. I don't know. It depends on how the COVID goes, right? Because you can't travel. So just keep that in mind. And most importantly, I will suggest to you, most importantly, don't lose your job, what you have.
yeah,
This is the most important thing. Okay, don't take it lightly, because there are many postdocs, many PhD students who don't have a job. If you have a job, don't do anything stupid.
yeah,
Okay, until unless you are sure about it. Because I think at this point of time, having a job is most important thing that any person can have. So don't think, oh, I have a job, let's take it easy. I have, to be honest with you, Antara, I have spoken to a lot of students in India who are graduated PhDs and they don't have anything. If you have something, stick to it.
yeah.
You can
Even
you can still look around, but what I'm saying, don't do anything stupid. Because
yeah,
trust me, if you, let's say you go out for a postdoc or anything, it's not an easy thing. You need to find a job after that, right? So just make sure you know you have the right and complete information before you